We're sitting here with Jade Space, with N2S TV, live, mud ting. And that me say, Jade Space, you know how long I've been waiting for this moment? Come on, tell us.
We're we're just there, man. Just come support the event at the Lost Theatre. Plenty of heavyweights in the building. Big up all of the man them from the backgrounds, like the street background, the industry background, everyone that came out to really see the thing in a good place, you get me? So I'm just gonna sit down for the interview, make homegirl fire away, or whatever you don't want to find out, what you want to know, just tune in and make sure say you're taking what I go on, you get me? So what, my friend?
So basically, where are you from, Jade Space?
Yeah, I'm from East London, Hackney to be precise.
Okay, originally, where are you from? Like, what country?
Oh, background I'm Jamaican, both mum and dad Jamaican and thing. You know what I'm saying? Which should be evident. I'm not a fraud, you know what I'm saying? So, big up everyone else that's got an accent or doing a certain music right now. Even if you're from an African background, I feel like as soon as I come on the scene, I see a lot of man that's from backgrounds that's not Caribbean that's kind of doing what I'm doing right now.
Jamaicans, yeah?
I never said that was her quote. See me? That was her quote. But I'm just saying right now, big up everyone that ain't from yard or whatnot that's doing yard rapping or whatever you want to call it, whatever genre we created, you get me? But yeah, my dad's Jamaican, my mom's Jamaican, obviously. As I said, I grew up around like sound system and all them type of thing there, in the garrison and all them type of thing.
Tell us a bit about your dad, because he's a musician as well.
Yeah, well, my dad's kind of like, he's reached OG status right now, you know what I mean? He's helped to propel careers of people like Shabba Ranks, Shaggy, you name it, like Bounty Killer, all of the men that you would hold in a certain light or certain credible like perception in music as far as dancehall is concerned. My dad was there, you understand what I'm saying? He just came out at a time where there wasn't much internet, so there wasn't much like footages and stuff like that. It was more like dub plate and record days and them type speaker box and all them type of thing there, isn't it? But as I said, even now, if you go check out like Shaggy's last releases and that, he's still there, he's still visible and whatnot. He's just in an era now where he wasn't introduced to the scene, so all the younger generation like myself, they wouldn't know, you get me, until a man like me come do a bit of evolution and that, and then they go back and check the history books and get me. But yeah, so his name's Josie Wells as well. Sorry for not big him up and red but yeah, Josie Wells. And for people that do know the thing, if you don't know the thing, your dad might know the thing, or your auntie or whatever, you get me? Stereograph sound system, we're talking about Josie Wells, Charlie Chaplin, Brigadier Jerry, like that whole era, Daddy U-Roy, you know what I'm saying? Gangster era, Clark shoes and Kango hats and them thing, you get me? So, boom, go on, friend.
So, how long have you been actually doing music yourself?
Me? Well, I'm a little bit more bad breed than my old man, I'll say. I've been in and out for like the last, I'll say about 7 years, but it hasn't been 7 years consistently, because I'm a man, I'll come in, I drop a tape, do my thing, and then I ease off and go play on the roadside a little bit and then come back like a year and a half later or 2 years, you understand? So I'll say collectively about 7 years, yeah.
And what do you mostly rap about mostly, and how do you mix your English and the Jamaican together?
Well, my thing's just basically, it's just a reflection of my whole setup, innit? With the, like I spent 10 years in the yard, you know what I'm saying, as a minor. So when I reached 6 years old, parents and decide say I'm getting a little bit wild, you get me, so they sent me yard.
Bad breed.
Yeah, isn't it? And then when I got reach out there, it's like same thing. Link with the same bad breed them everywhere we go. So by the time I reached 60, my mom's like, yo, now make a stay, make them kill you. I read it, so send me back foreign and I come back England, you get me? So when I come back England, it's like the music that was running the scene at the time was 21 Seconds. That's when I come off the flight, you get me? And I'm saying, yo, what's this what you're listening to? Because grime and all that was a brand new thing to me. I grew up listening to reggae and bashment and hip hop and that, you know what I'm saying? So the grime thing was a whole new setup for me. But yeah, the tempo and all of that, I like it. I respect it to a certain degree. And now I'm just in a space where I'm trying to introduce and just open up a door for a category or a set of niggas that I don't really see get enough limelight on the scene, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's so much man on the scene with credible backgrounds that's coming from notable situations or whatnot, but the scene's kind of scared to embrace them because they feel like the man are uncontrollable. When really and truly we got more say than a bag of people that they let in. You understand what I'm saying to you? So So that's where I'm with it right now. But if you wanna ask a question again, feel free. You get me? Because I kind of forgot what it.
Basically, do you think it's more to do about the grime that you lot talk about in your music, or like what is the message behind your music? What are you putting out there to the young people? Because obviously
this is where I'm at right now. I've come through the ranks, innit? Seeing, so I come through from doing just tapes in the streets from Moe to dropping like More Money, More Pagans, which is like a tape that was based on More Money, More Pagans. Yeah. That's self-explanatory, really. The more money you make, the more the pagan them start show themselves. You get me? So you just have to deal with them, isn't it? But with that being said, it's just a thing for me where we was coming from a background where our content, not saying it necessarily had to be aggressive content, but that's what we're dealing with every day, innit? You know what I'm saying to you? When the juvenile them can't even go shop unless they got a little rate on them or whatnot. That's the situations and that's the backgrounds that we're coming from, innit? So they understand this clearly than most of the people that they're giving gateways to come in the industries, but they can't relate to that. They can't look in the mirror and relate to that. They can't mirror themselves with that.
But you as who's spent 10 years in Jamaica, don't you think the English kids and the English youths have got it much easier than Jamaica?
Yeah, 100. Where I'm coming from, there's no job seekers allowance, there's no milk tokens, there's no, you understand what I'm saying to you? When you say you ain't got it, you really ain't got it. It's not no government help or no red tape. There's no government helping you to pay the rent or what's it called? What's that thing they call income based? None of that. You understand what I'm saying? If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. You see me? So you have to go down the street and go look it. You get me? So for me, when I touched back base and I realized what I want, it was like, you know what? I didn't regret a day of it because it was like military training for me, you know what I'm saying to you? Enough of my friends that I grew up with now, I realised, yo, them man are coming from a background where man that they went to school with, them man they're sniffing glue and sniffing lighters and doing all type of dumb shit that we never really got exposed to because we never had them type of, you know what I'm saying? We never had, see me? So that's all it is for me. So right now when I come in, I see certain people moving in certain ways. Like man, I got beef that live one road away. But it's not that deep, Whole heap of them is inherited situations or man's growing up, most of them man they violated your older brother or whatnot, so you have to just keep, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know them man personally and whatnot, but at the end of the day, them man they done this to your brother or they done this to your cousin from old school, so you grow up with that hump in your heart, like yo, this thing's gonna keep on going on. But me in a position now where I'm seeing myself getting in a position of power and with a voice of a certain crowd of people or whatnot, I'm at the point now where, sorry for cutting, I'm just at the point now where my new thing and my whole new setup is get rich together. You see me? And that means saying it doesn't matter where your postcode's from, it doesn't matter what side of the UK you're from or whatnot, as long as you're in a position where you're credible and man know you from certain place or whatnot, and you got a voice that people listen to, you're supposed to can pull your whole block and link the man from the next set of block and not say, you know what, big man thing, we're all niggas out here and whatnot, rare tear. If we don't get in a certain position and put this thing in a certain place, then we're never gonna go nowhere. You see me? So that's what the whole concept behind the get rich together thing is. It's just a thing where man from whatever block you rep, whatever side you're from,
East London, South London, get rich together.
Big up man like Tanner. See what I'm saying? See what I'm talking about? No matter what block you're from, what side of London you're from, long as you got a voice where man listen to, then you're supposed to understand where I'm coming from with the get rich together thing. You get me? We don't want no blackballing. We don't want no segregation where them man from east and them man from south right there. As long as you're from where you
come from, London, and that was
as long as you come from where you come from and people respect you enough to listen to what you have to say and value your opinion, then that's what it is. Get rich together, my niggas. You get me? Build your businesses together, build your labels, build your clothing, do whatever you have to do, and just get the thing in a position where we can start making certain moves. You understand? So that's what the whole get rich together thing is. So as I said, I come from More Money, More Pagans, which is straight background. Everyone knows the thing. If you don't know the thing, go do your homework and study and find out what I've been doing. You see me? And I've been showcasing UK talent for a minute. Even though I do I reach out to the Americans and I do certain collabs and all that, just to widen the horizons and whatnot. My main basis has always been for showcase UK talent. Then the more powerful I get, the more bigger I get. That's what I do. My new tape that's about to drop, man from all four corners of the UK, as much as man from abroad. You see me? I got Mongo on the rebel, I got man from Canada, I got all shy rap dudes. Like we reach out, we spread our thing. You get me? But at the same time, I made sure that there's enough UK artists on there for showcase what's going on in the UK. So I can't say I'm doing a lot for the genre if I haven't got the people in from the genre that I'm building on the tape. You understand what I'm saying?
quick, can I just ask you a couple questions, yeah? Quick couple questions. In your songs, I hear you talk about big batty light skin girls, stuff like that. What girls do you like?
See you,
Get them comfortable.
Well, we don't want no trouble, but you know what? That's the Coca-Cola bottle shape girl in the dog. You know what I'm saying?
Mad.
As long as your thing's set up right, you know what I'm saying? As long as your thing's set up right, we're not really.
Have you managed though?
Yeah, we don't really. Oh man, yo, Sharpman run the rail, you know. Sharpman run the rail. You get me? So
Real niggas back.
yeah, cooler man. So as long as your thing's set up right, then we're with you. So there's not really a skin color or it's more. I think it's more about a body shape thing, to be honest with you. So as long as your thing take like how you're porridge, or you're sexy, or if you're just sexy in your own right, you ain't gotta be tick like Buffy the Body. As long as you're sexy in your own right, then it will over here, so we'll check for you.
What do you think is every girl's dream? What can you offer a girl? Tana gave me this question.
Me personally, or just what girl want in general?
No, what you can offer a girl.
Boy, just me, you know, Freddie. If you can't really deal with what I got, if you can't really take what I got, boy, I can't really help you.
What is that?
Just me. I can't really tell you what I entail on camera, but.
For tea, or what is it?
Nah, man, what you
about where we can find out Jay Space, if anyone's got any talent, real talent. Yeah, we're dealing with talent.
Listen,
here,
man,
yeah?
reach out to me, man. Reach out to me. We ain't in the street toughing up our face on people. You get me? Unless you're
nicest artist,
and we got our own little politics, then yeah. But if you see us on the road and you feel like you got something for reach to the table, don't just come run up on me if you know so your thing ain't really concrete like that. But if you know you put your thing in a certain situation already and it's up and near enough up and running that you need little help or little advice over it, to reach out to the man. Them shout me on Twitter, Instagram. If you DM me on the gram, like I said, as long as it's not no fanboy thing and you're coming to me on some proper correct terms, then I'll shout the man them back. You see
How many pictures do you have to like?
No, it's not about the likes, friend. It's not about likes. It's not about likes. It's up to me. Only a few real ones like my pictures on Instagram.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? My fans, them that I check for. That's my bread and butter. We built our thing. You get what I'm saying? And a few real ones from the road, that's coming from, like I said, credible backgrounds or whatever that really rock with me. Apart from that, I don't really run down every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
That's about your video. What you've got out. I've seen one with the with 3 guys in it. The white guy.
Hey, my girl said a white guy.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Hey, bro, Green, you see how they dealing with you?
Sorry.
But, hey, what?
I want to interview with you.
Yeah, we're inside London. And like I said, she didn't really know your name, but yeah, I'm from the urban scene. You see what I'm saying to you? So I'm just trying to introduce my crowd to another crowd. Because even though his crowd's a lot bigger than mine, I'm bigger in my own world than he is in my world. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of an exchange thing. So I done a single the other day with Tiny Temper and Professor Green, which is unexpected for a lot of people because they felt like, yo, Spade, you're coming from air. What you doing with them man there in their tight pants and their rare tete? But then if you understand, say, if man get in a certain space or a certain rare, then that opens a door for the inmates and them to come in. You understand what I'm saying to you? So that's why I just jumped on the tune. The tune was powerful as well. It was a great tune. The fans love it. It was a backing in that, and like I said, Tiny at the time, Tiny don't really work with. When I say this is not, don't take my statement wrong or incorrect or take anything bad from it. But I said it doesn't really come down from where its pedestal, where it's been placed, to come and work with certain man in the urban scene, because it doesn't really do anything for its image. It doesn't help him. It helps others. You understand? But with the record, he was aware of who I was and what I've been doing on the scene and whatnot, and he jumped in, and we just made a powerful situation. You get me? So big up Tiny, big up Dummy. Most importantly, Tiny and Dummy, they came through, they held man down. Pro Green.
Can you give us a little something, a little something?
No, we're gonna do all the things separate. You get me? Make sure I get it right. Alright, yo. Listen, this one's for the cut-off as well, for the exit. Make sure to say big up N2S TV. Is it
Nothing to something.
Nothing to something. You get me? If you not got Twitter, Instagram, all of that, follow them, see them right there, make sure you catch it, make sure you see what I want, you get me? Follow them, give them a shout out and see what they've been doing, you get me? Keep up with all of the events and everything that they're doing. But as I said, and after that, the Slick Rick single and whatnot, that got playlisted, that went from the B list to the A list, and as I said, coming from where we're coming from, that don't really happen, so it was kind of powerful. My fans them supported the thing, big up my fans, they came out, they supported the thing, big up Pro Green for getting involved, big up Tiny for being a part of the thing.